Hello students, welcome to AK Virtual Math. This video is all about your review of paper 4. A lot of you said it was pretty challenging. I have gathered some questions based on what you remembered and we are going to break them down together. Let's dive in. So the first question was based on one rhombus. So in that question, one rhombus ABCD was given and the two angles, that is A, that was given minus 6x plus 9y, and the angle D was given, that is 2x plus 3y, and one more angle was given, that is angle BCD. Angle BCD, that was given 117 degree, and it was asked to write two simultaneous equation and then solve it and find out value of x and y. So let's see how we can solve it. So you can see here this angle BCD, that is BCD, this angle is given, that is 117 degree. So if this is 117 degree, so what will be this angle B? So we can simply subtract it from 180 minus 117. So you will be getting this angle, that is 63 degree. So this angle we got 63 degree. Okay. So now let's see how we can write two simultaneous equation here. So first thing, we know that these opposite angles of rhombus are equal. So this angle A will be equal to angle C. So we can write this first equation, that is minus 6x plus 9y, that will be equal to 117. This will be the equation 1. And the second equation we can write from here, this will be equal to this. So 2x plus 3y will be equal to 63 degree. This is equation 2. So this was the first part of this question. They asked write two simultaneous equations. So we have written this. Now how to solve it? What we can do, see the first equation, it can be further simplified if we will divide this whole equation with 3. So I will get here minus 2x and this 9 will be divided with 3. So we will be getting here 3y is equal to, if I will divide this 117 with 3, so I will be getting here 39. So see, we got this equation 1 in more simplified form. Now we can use elimination method to solve these two equations. What we'll do, we'll just add. You can see here these x coefficients are equal and they have opposite signs, so we can simply add these two equations to solve it. So if I'll add it, what I will get? So this will be cancelled and here we'll get what? 3 plus 3, it will become 6y, and that will be equal to, here if I'll add this 63 plus 39, so we'll be getting 102. Now if we'll divide this with 6, so we'll get here, this 6 will be cancelled, so y is equal to 102 divided by 6. So what I will get here, y will be equal to, if you divide it, you will be getting 17. This is calculator paper, so you can use calculator. So see, we got y is equal to 17. Now we have to find out value of x. So how we can find out value of x? We can use one of these equations. So let's use this equation 2. So here it is 2x plus 3y, that is equal to 63. So if I'll substitute here value of y, that is 17. So what we will get here? So 2x plus 3 times 17, that will be equal to 63. So 2x plus 17 3s are 51 is equal to 63. So now if we'll subtract 51, so we'll be getting here 2x is equal to 63 minus 51. So if we'll subtract here, so we'll be getting 2x is equal to 63 minus 51 is 12. So x will be equal to 12 divided by 2, that will be equal to 6. So see, we got here x is equal to 6. So the value of x is 6 and the value of y is 17. So this question was for 5 marks. Another question was based on function. In this question, two functions were given. First was fx, that was given 10 minus 2x. And the second function, that was gx, is equal to 2x square plus 3. These two functions were given and domain of fx was given. So domain of function fx was given, that was something minus 2 comma 0 comma 3. So this domain was given and these two functions were given. So it was asked find the range. So we supposed to find the range. So range of fx. So how to find out range of fx? So you can see this function x is a linear function. So we can just substitute this value here. This is domain, means values of x are given here, minus 2, 0 and 3. Then we have to find out value of the function. For the range, what we do, we find out value of function. So we'll take this lowest value of x, then we'll see what is the value of the function. So we'll find out f of minus 2. So what we'll do, fx is given here 10 minus 2x. So in the place of x, we'll write minus 2 here. So what we'll get here, 10, and this will become plus, minus, minus, plus, and 2 times 2, 4. So what we are getting here, 14. So for the lowest value of x, we are getting 14. Now let's see for the highest value of x. So then we have to find out f3. So what we'll get here, 10 minus 2 times of 3. In the place of x, we'll write 3 here. Now let's see what we'll get here. 10 minus 3 times 2 is 6. So we are getting here 4. So for the highest value of x, the value of the function is 4. And for the lowest value of x, the value of the function is 14. So this value of the function varies from 4 to 14. Now let's find out value of function when x is equal to 0. So what we'll get here, f0. So in this case, the value of x will become 0. So that will be 10 minus 2 times 0. So that will be finally 10. So see, we got all three values. So we'll just write it in the form of range. So for minus 2, what we are getting here, we are getting 14, comma, for 0 we are getting 10, and for 3 what we are getting, 4. So this is what the range of fx. So it is decreasing from, as the value of x is increasing, minus 2, 0, then 3. So value of the function becomes 14, 10 and 4. It is decreasing. So value of x is increasing, then value of the function is decreasing. So this, we can say this is a decreasing function. Okay, this was the first part of this question. In the next part of this question, it was asked find the f inverse x. So inverse function of x we have to find out here. So it's very simple to find out inverse function of linear function. So what we'll do here, this given function fx is given here, that fx is equal to 10 minus 2x. So what we'll do, we'll write it equal to y. Let's take another variable. So we'll make it equation like this, 10 minus 2x is equal to y. Now what we'll do, we'll find out value of x. We have to make this x as the subject of equation. So we'll take this x right side and y left side. So what I will get here, 10, and this will become minus y is equal to 2x. So when this 2x will take right side, so it will become plus 2x, and when we'll take y left side, so it will become minus y. Now we'll divide this whole equation with 2, so we'll be getting 10 minus y upon 2 is equal to x. So see, we make this x as the subject of equation. So now to write f inverse x, what we'll do, we'll write the same thing, but we have to replace this y with x. So we'll be getting here 10 minus x upon 2. This will be the f inverse x. Okay. Now in the next part of this question, it was asked find g of fx. This was what the composite function. So to find out this, what we'll do, we'll write it in this way, like g of fx. We'll write like this. So we have to write first this function g here, and in the place of x, what we'll do, we'll write this fx, because here gx is equal to 2x square plus 3. So g of fx is equal to 2fx square plus 3, like this. So now we'll replace this. So we'll be getting here fx is what, 10 minus 2x, and it's a square, and then plus 3. Now we have to square this, so it will be 2, and we can use algebraic identity to expand this bracket, or you can write here like this, 10 minus 2x into 10 minus 2x. You can multiply this, or you can just use algebraic identity like a minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So either you can expand like this by writing two brackets, or you can use this algebraic identity to expand this. So if I'll use this algebraic identity, so here in the place of a we have 10, and in the place of b we have 2x. So let's use this. So we'll get here a square, that is 10 square, plus b square, that is 2x square, and then minus 2a. A is 10 into b is 2x, like this, and don't forget this plus 3 here, that is plus 3. So now simplify it. So what we'll get here, we'll get 2, 10 square is 100, and this will become plus 2 square is 4x square, and then this will become 10 times 2 is 20, 20 times 2 is 40, so minus 40x, and then plus 3. Now we have to open this bracket, so we'll get here 200, this 2 will be multiplied here, then this 2 will be multiplied here, then this 2 will be multiplied here as well. So this is 200 plus 4 times 2 is 8x square, then minus 40 times 2 will become 80x plus 3. Now we'll write it, let's write this higher power first. So we'll write this 8x square, then we'll write this minus 80x, and then we'll write this 200 plus 3, it will become plus 203. So this is what we got, g of fx. And in this question it was asked write g of fx in an standard form of quadratic equation like ax square plus bx plus c. So it was asked to write this in this form. So see, we have written this. This is exactly like ax square plus bx plus c. So where a is equal to 8, b is equal to minus 80, and c is equal to 203. It was not asked to write the value of a, b, c. It was just asked to write the final answer in this format. Okay. Now in the next part of this question, another function was given like hx is equal to 10 raised to the power 2 upon x, and it was asked to find out h inverse of 10,000, like this. So this is exponential function, so we cannot find out inverse function of exponential function easily. So if you'll try to find out first what will be the inverse function of this, so you will not be able to find out. Then what we can do, so it's very simple here. This question was just 1 marks. So what is the concept here? If you have one function like this is what function machine, you have one function here, and this is what input, and this is output. So if you will see the inverse of this function, or we can say inverse function machine like this, so what we can say, this output become input, and this output of the inverse function will consider it as a input of this function. So we are not able to find out here inverse function. So what we can do here, we will use this function to find out the h inverse of 10,000. So what is given here? This is the input of the inverse function. Means input of the inverse function is here. This is what input of the inverse function. So what is that? That is what the output of the given function. So this is the output of function, means here. So we'll find out the input of the given function, that will be the output of the inverse function. So we need to find out output here for this, and that output will be the input of this given function. So that we will do it. We have to just make this equal to the this input, that is 10,000. So we'll just write it like this: 10 raised to the power 2 upon x, that will be equal to 10,000. So if we'll solve it for x, so we'll get this input here. What is the input here in the given function? So input in the given function means what? That is the output of the inverse function. So let's find out x. So 10 raised to the power 2 upon x, that is equal to 10 raised to the power here 4. So if we'll compare this power, so 2 upon x will be equal to 4. Therefore this x will come this side, so we'll get here 2 upon 4 will be equal to x. This 4 will come in division, so therefore what will get? X is equal to 1 by 2. So this is what? 1 by 2. So this value of x will be 1 by 2, that is input. So means this output of this will be what? That is 1 by 2. This h inverse of 10,000 will be 1 by 2. You can cross check it here. If we'll give input here, that is in the place of x 1 by 2, so see, you will be getting here 10,000. Let's check it. So we'll just write here h 1 by 2 is equal to what? 10 raised to the power 2 upon x. So x is 1 by 2, so it will become 10 raised to the power, this will become 4, so that is 10,000. So see, so what is the value of x? That is 1 by 2. Now another question was like, one equation was given: y is equal to x cube minus 5 by 2 x square plus 3. So this equation was given and it was asked find the gradient at x is equal to 1.5. So we have to find gradient at x is equal to 1.5. So this was the question. Now how to find out gradient of this curve at x is equal to 1.5. So to find the gradient, what we find? We find dy by dx of this given equation or given curve. So derivative function, that is dy by dx, will be what? So dy by dx will be equal to 3x square. This 3 will come here in multiplication and power will be decreased by 1, and minus this 5 by 2, and this power will come here again in multiplication, and x raised to the power, it will be decreased by 1, so 2 minus 1 is 1, and the constant term will be eliminated. So let's simplify it. So what we'll get here? 3x square, and this 2 will get cancelled, so minus 5x. This is what the derivative function, that is dy by dx. Now we need to find out gradient at x is equal to 1.5. So we have to just substitute the value of x here 1.5, so we'll get the gradient. So gradient at x is equal to 1.5 will be equal to 3x square. So in the place of x we'll write 1.5 square minus 5 times x, so x is 1.5. So now we have to use calculator to solve it. You can just substitute value in the calculator and you will get the answer. So you will be getting minus 0.75. So this is what the gradient of this curve at x is equal to 1.5. Okay. Now another question was like 4x minus 3 upon 5 is equal to 7 minus 2x upon 3. So this equation was given and it was asked to solve this equation and find the value of x. So what we can do here, we will just cross multiply it here so that we can further simplify it. So it will be multiplied here and this will be multiplied here. So we'll get here 3 within bracket 4x minus 3 is equal to this 5 will be here 5, and within bracket 7 minus 2x. Now we'll expand this bracket. So this 3 will be multiplied here and this 3 will be multiplied here. So what we'll get? 3 times 4 is 12. X minus 3 times 3 is 9 is equal to, now this 5 will be multiplied here and this 5 will be multiplied here as well. So if I'll expand it, what we'll get? 5 times 7 is 35 minus 5 times 2 is 10x. 5 times 7 is 35 and 5 times 2 is 10x. Now we'll collect all x left side. So 2x plus 10x. So this 10x will come this side, it will become plus 10x is equal to 35, and this 9 will come this side, it will become plus 9. So it will be 12x plus 10x will become 22x is equal to 35 plus 9, it will become 44. Now x will be equal to what? 44 divided by 22. We have to divide this equation with 22. So x will be equal to 44 upon 22. So finally what we'll get? X is equal to 22 times 2 is 44. So we'll get x is equal to 2. So this will be the answer. So these were the question that I had collected. So if you remember any other question, you can share it here. So we'll discuss that question also in the next part of the student's review. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe and share this video with your friends. Drop your questions or doubts in the comments. I'll be happy to help.